Hello and welcome. This is a 1995 Cignal Shenango. It was given to me by my local bike shop. They know that I do these outreach ministries where I fix up bikes and provide them no charge to people who need a way to get around. They often will take a bike like this in trade, but they don't want to put it out on the floor. And if they give it away, then the company assumes liability. Well, I have none of those issues, and I'm happy to take the bikes. Now, this is not the first Cignal bike I've owned. I once had a Cignal Montauk, and it was also an ATB. I used that for commuting back and forth to work, and the best part about that bike was I paid $15, that's A1 and A5, $15 for it, and all I did was I put a new set of grips on it. I used that for several years, and then I passed it along to somebody who needed a way to get around. All well and good. Now, if you look at the catalog page for this bike, the photograph of the two ladies riding the bike, that looks pretty much like a conventional, I'll say, hybrid bike in today's lingo. But if you look at the picture at the bottom of the page, well, that looks an awful lot like a pair of mountain bike tires to me. In all instances here, the handlebar is pretty flat. This bike has a really super duper high-rise set of handlebars. They're like, just a little bit short of being ape hangers. The X-Age shifters are stock, as is the rest of the drivetrain. It's Shimano LX300 and X-Age components with a Hyperglide cassette, not a free hub. And I thought this was just going to be a simple clean it and stash it back in the shed kind of a deal. But as I got a closer look at the drivetrain, I realized it needed a deep cleaning. No offense to the prior owner, but that drivetrain was just absolutely filthy and caked with dried on, greasy, sandy mud, or, well, I'm going to assume it was mud. The cleaning process was, in fact, pretty standard, nothing to get too excited about, although I really was gratified to see how well the rear derailleur cleaned up. I mean, it was like night and day. I wasn't entirely thrilled with the rims. I mean, they cleaned up okay, but there appeared to be some kind of glue or maybe pine pitch on them, so I'll get some solvent later and try to clean those up a little bit better. I also was not thrilled with the tires. I could not get the tan walls to clean up properly, or at least not to my satisfaction, I'll put it that way. Plus, these tires have, I guess, sidewall cord fraying, and I'm not entirely comfortable passing along a bike with tires like that to somebody. So, having no 26-inch tires on hand, I will replace those later before I pass the bike along. Then there's the saddle. This is clearly a comfort saddle with those springs and the gel padding. Probably exactly what the prior owner wanted and or needed, but it's not exactly authentic to the bike. And here's the finished product, and I gotta tell you, I think it turned out pretty nicely. That metallic blue paint really does look nice in the direct sunlight, and I'm still kind of chuckling about those high-rise handlebars. Not entirely certain that's anything I would want, and as I said earlier, my plan is to replace those with some flatter bars that are more appropriate to the bike's origin. Otherwise, I think this bike is just about ready to go to a new home. Hopefully, this will make somebody's life a lot easier. If you found this video to be enjoyable, there's a link below left to a playlist for some other vintage bikes that I've restored. And there's a link to another video lower right that I think you'll enjoy. And as always, seriously, thanks for watching. I do appreciate that. Goodbye and have a great day.